We have reports that Igbo men are running away from their ancestral lands. Igbo men are running away from their ancestral lands. Some people are sending them off their ancestral lands in this 21st century. In this 21st century, Fulani herdsmen, killer herdsmen, are sending people out of their villages in this dispensation. My father's land, the southeast. Some people from the north will come all the way from the north, come into the southeast and start killing farmers. Do you know what it takes to get a farmer? With this, all these are Gen Z, all these are our generation. How many of them want to farm? How many of them have the experience of farming? Farmers are the ones that keep the nation going. What they are doing in the north, they are killing farmers in the north. They still imported that into the southeast, and they are sending my brothers out of their ancestral home. I saw a video of people running away from their father's land. This is the result of one Nigeria. I've been campaigning. I've been saying that let us change this system. This system will not favor us. If you look at the Southwest, look at how the leadership of the Southwest will come together to address such an incident. Look at the bomb cells discovered in Ibadan. Look at how Seyi Makinde went into action and make sure that they put under Buhari in Ondo State, that killing in that Catholic church or were killings. Even though that Buhari was the matron of the, in quote, supposed Mieti Allah that houses such Fulani headers or killers or such elements, whether they are Fulani headers or whether they are from Kogi State or whether they are Islamist, despite, irrespective of the fact that Buhari had some sympathy for these people, Akeredolu was able to stand his ground and make sure that they arrested those people and they don't go unpunished. Akeredolu was one of the Southwest governors that stood and said, I must create a Amotekun to address all this rubbish. But when it comes to Igbo land, you see all these governors, they're just there. I asked my question. This Ohaneze, you are calling Ohaneze in Igbo. What is their function in the Southeast? What are they focusing on? Is it just to start collecting money from government or whatever? What is, in issues like this, they need to start consulting traditional leaders. They need to go there and start speaking to the traditional leaders of the villages and put out a press conference, address the Igbo people, both in Biafra land, in Nigeria, and all over the world. Keep us abreast with what is happening. That is your duty. Ohaneze and Igbo, what? Look at the governors. You brought in Mwifuru, Umahi. You brought, because you don't value Ebonyi State people. You don't value them. You don't value them. These leaders don't value their people. You look Ebonyi people as Mumupu, as people that are not sensible. All over the state, you build flyover and whatever have you. You forgot human development. You forgot. You know, when I went to the railway built by Lagos, very massive development. Very massive development in Lagos State. From Agege Pen Cinema, moving towards Okoba, I had to move through the railway. Very massive. If you see what the Lagos State government built, you understand that these people are taking a lot of time to structure Lagos in Lagos State. But along the Pen Cinema Agege axis, you see how they messed the whole thing. You will not believe that so much billions were put into this project. I'm going somewhere. If you are bringing in project into a state, you must also, the human development, you invest in your people so that they can be able to maintain those projects. It's just like a big man that has a lot of properties and is unable to train his child. He has properties worth billions of naira. That child is unable to train, will one day sell one of his properties for ₦1 million just to smoke because he was not trained. There's no human development. They did not invest in the people, in the children, in his children. You refused to invest in Ebonyi people. You went about building bridges and all of you. Look at the airport you built. It has become a caricature of itself. If you build people, people will build societies. If you build people, people will build. Look at just what Alex Oti is doing in Aba. In fact, Aba people have built themselves. They are independent people. They just needed the infrastructure. It got to a point whereby the people built themselves. They invested in themselves. There was human development. Now, the need for infrastructural development. I'm not saying it is not needful, but when things like this happen, you see Nigerians or people from the southeast, you see them, nobody knows what to say, what to do. Nobody knows what they need to do. That's why I say education in Nigeria is something else. You created a Bubagu. Where's a Bubagu today? Because the reasons why you created a Bubagu is to silence IPOB and ESN. ESN, they were doing their job of fending these people off. They chased them off the forest. They were doing their job. But because you were working for an influence, you people decided to create, when these killings were going on, Namkano was there. You people did not take any proactive steps. You did not do anything tangible to stop the menace of Fulani killings. Because Buhari was president and you were in the APC. You were rank a day, you were waiting for rank, and you were looking at the body language. You didn't want to offend your Fulani masters because you value your Fulani masters than your people. You come and you speak big language. You speak up and down. Look at what's happening in Ebonyi State. I've said that if the Southwest, if not going to reach 24 hours, so they will not convene meeting sharp. Those places, they will make sure that they decisively secure those places. But what have you? Look at what's happening in Anambra. People had to shout before the governor had to create this Udogachi security outfit. That's the reasons why we are saying, see, Nigeria as it is cannot bring dividends of democracy to the people. Because of one Nigeria, my people are running away from their ancestral home. In the north, there was a cry. Some people were complaining at a point in time. They said the Fulani will attack us. The army will be there and be looking at the Fulani attacking us. They will not be there to stop the attacks, but they will be there to stop us from defending ourselves. Can you see that mentality? They will not be there to stop the attacks. They are not up and doing to stop the attacks, but they are up and doing to stop us from defending ourselves. So the Nigerian security architecture would not be up and doing at this moment to stop these attacks. But when the people rise up against these menaces, this evil that is brought into the southeast Igbo land, that's when you see the Nigerian police. Now they cannot created ESN to stop all these things all these shenanigans, all these killings. The government, the governors, they were not doing anything then. No. When they saw that ESN started work and they were sending these guys, that's when they started saying, okay, let's create a Buagu. They created a Buagu not because they wanted to secure the Southeasterners. They created a Buagu to stop Nnamdi Kanu. About this Biafra of a thing, there's some things I don't want to say, but one day I'll say it. I used to tell my Biafran people, my brothers, when I see them physically, they don't like me for that information. They don't like me. These politicians, we know that they are the ones that created insecurity in the southeast, but they tried buying Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu refused. They bought every other person. I told you one thing, that it's only Nnamdi Kanu I see as, not even Ojukwu. Ojukwu played his part too. I'm not saying you respect him for that. He played his part in this Biafra story. But Nnamdi Kanu has singled into he stood out as an agitator that I respect so much. Because he refused to condescend to whatever they are telling him to, or the bribe in quotes they were giving him. They had to create Ebuago to destroy the IPOB. Look at, let me not go there. But the point I'm making is that, you see what the Fulanis are doing in the north. You come, you attack a village, and people are afraid to stay in that village. Do you know the kind of fear? Do you know how long they will live? And you know, most Igbos are deserting their homes, going to other places. I've said it, you leave your village, you go to other places and migrate, you leave it empty. The Fulanis are following back, using cattle already and everything, because they saw that your land is fertile. I told you that the Fulani sees Nigeria as their last hope. There's no other place they see as home other than Nigeria. There's no other place that they are much more as in functional. Fulani are in your government. Fulani are VCs or universities. Fulani are governors in states. Fulani are emirs and kings in Nigeria. People that are foreigners. So if you are trying to say, what is this guy saying about this guy, they see Nigeria as there. There's no other place you see Fulani as governors as they are in Nigeria. Nigeria, they have so occupied a lot of space in Nigeria. That's why they want to kill themselves. They are permeating. They'll be opening the border in the north. They'll be entering in their numbers, pushing them down south. They go through the bushes. They don't go conventionally. They stay in the bushes. When you are coming from far, they see you. Except you use a helicopter to find where they have found a way to get themselves involved, and they destroy your farmlands. And the government is quiet and looking at you. The Fulani are hitting, the government is quiet looking at you. When you want to retaliate, now the government will not act and start putting out press releases. The leadership of the Southeast have failed the Southeasterners, and they don't want to be leaders in this dispensation. Sometimes I shake my head, I cry. I went to the Southeast. Do you know what education is? Do you know what education is? Do you think education is just by building? You go and erect a project, a building. I saw some people erecting buildings. I asked myself that question, because we were blaming P2B for not building a single school in Anambra. And Anambra came first in education. You see, people playing politics know what they are doing. Those that build schools, in quotes, they were not able to measure up with somebody that did not build schools, but refurbish the education, refurbish schools, and transform the educational system in a state. So when you look at people that went to school, people that were against us, so they prefer somebody built a building than somebody that intentionally look at the welfare, the capacity of teachers, and the standard of education, upgrade the standard of education, rather than the ones you have built. What is happening there? Go to schools today, you just play. Look at our NYSC. No innovation. But what they can do is concerts. Miss NYSC, Mr. NYSC. When it comes to doing parties, they are very good at it. This December that just left, December, Nigerian youth, the only creativity they know is street carnival, DJ, hype man. That's what they know. That's what they know. How many people are building apps? You see, when some people travel to the United States or other countries or Russia to get this knowledge, and they come back to Nigeria, they'll be like this. People are building technologies upon tech. People are building their societies. People are building their systems. People are formidable. But here we are in this country, we are still talking about what pains me the most is the ignorance. And the ignorance coupled with the loud-mouthed, when people don't know anything, they are the loudest and they are the most arrogant when they don't know anything. So these are the ones you call leaders in the Southeast. We young people, what are we doing? A Nwifuru is one you call a leader in the Southeast. People that have lost touch with the reality. Just carry, because of politics, you carry a student put as a governor of the state because you wanted to be there. We know that it's not about the people, it's about your interests and the interest of your masters. You want that place to be APC. APC, if the people let them have good governance or not, it doesn't concern you. APC is the goal. That's how Benjamin was threatening Alex Oti, telling him that you must join APC. If you don't join APC, this will happen, that will happen. If you don't join APC, this will happen, that will happen. He was threatening Alex Oti. But let me tell you one thing, maybe you not like me for this information. Alex Oti is joining the APC. You will just watch it. I went to the village and I went for meetings. I told you I want to be a politician. I want to be involved in Southeast politics. At least I want to contribute my quota. I cannot be here and not be active. So I did meetings upon meetings with some people. And I got information that Alex Oti will move away from Labour Party to the APC. He was coming from the APC before he joined Labour Party. And reasons they gave is because Labour Party is under crisis, PDP is under crisis. There's no other party they are going to join. They will take advantage of the fact that this party is a party at the center. But that's aside. Leadership, we don't have leadership in the Southeast. Look at how the Southwest is improving. And you come online and you start attacking the Yorubas. And you are there. Your place. Look at the VAT. Look at what is happening in the Southeast. Me, I'm not somebody who is trying to have, I don't have ego issues. I tell you how it is and what we must do. Get involved in the politics in the Southeast, because charlatans are the ones, people that have zero knowledge about anything. It's only, let me not call these guys fools because I'm very, very angry. Another human beings are the Ohanese. Compare Ohanese. When they brought this Fulani Sharia thing in the Southwest, both political and traditional rulers, they came together. They told them, Oga, me, I'm Muslim. I spoke to an Afa. Afa said, me, I'm a Muslim. Correct Afa that recite Quran. I'm a Muslim, but this Sharia is not probable in the Southwest. They're all speaking up. They're all speaking up. But where are the Igbo influencers? Where are the people? You are only good outside. You are not good in your father's land. You recruit people to start killing your people and sending your people out of their ancestral home. And you think it makes sense. We are not incapacitated. We know what we're doing. We give the government of Ebonyi State next 7 days, address these incessant killings and people running away from there. Address it. If you don't know how to address it, seek for advice on how to address it. I've said a lot of things, and if you don't get it, let me give you one advice: how you address the killings in the region. Call on the traditional leaders in that region. Let there be sincere. Let the political will first. See, the issue now is not about the political will to make sure that you address the issue. You know why? Even though you give them this solution, their allegiance would stop them from doing a certain. They will not want to send those Fulani people away with any proposition, any solution you're giving to them. They're having a federal. Look at Hope Zodima trying to say, Imo State, if you marry a Fulani, so amount of money. They don't want them to go away. But if it were from them, they can. They go send them packing. That is the only thing. Send them out and regulate them. Regulate them. They should not stay in the bush. They should not stay. Send them out. Call the traditional rulers. Give anybody staying in the bush quick notice. And anybody you find in the bush is going to face the full wrath of the law. It might even get to jungle justice. These Fulani, they don't hear come. They hear go, but they don't hear come. They go, they are going. Some of them are dead, walking dead. They don't care what you are saying. If you tell them, they will still do what they are doing. It's only greater brutal force that will stop them. You force them to stop. Like the thief people forced Usman Danfodio to stop. They forced him. They cut off his head. Then he stopped his jihadist They tried. They still destroyed most of their people. That's the only thing you can do. Call all the traditional rulers in that area. Identify the spots. Get vigilantes to go into those communities. Summon all the Fulani leaders in that area. And tell them no more grazing in the bushes. Anybody that... You see what Akeredolu did? We seize your cow. Look at what Amotekun is doing in the southwest. Although there are attacks upon attacks, no more. Then if you do that, there will be peace in the region. But I doubt, because I see the governor as a stooge of a Fulani caliphate. If he listens to that, then you can stop these guys. If you want them to be in that state, which we don't want them to be in that state, let them find a ranch. Provide a ranch for them if they cannot buy. Collect their cows, sell their cows and give them ranch. Since they don't get money to buy, collect the cows and sell. Bring cows, let's give you ranch. And stay within his ranch. Don't and get involved in technology to monitor these activities of these people. Why now? Why be saying now dollars they even enter politics for Nigeria? When they come, they will find people as PA. They're going to look for first class university graduate. This one. No, it is not like that. That first class guy that is creative should be the one that is the leader. That's what they do. They don't know anything. Simon de Okpebolo, you're going to carry this on. Assistant. They are the ones that are Olodo, they are the leaders. But you go carry people who sabi the work. It can never be like that. It cannot be like that. You are blaming Samanekpa for the killings in the southeast, but look at what you are doing now. Time will tell.